Okay, so now we have our guided practice. This one may take a little bit, but that's okay. One thing about guided practice, the more problems we do together, the less you have to do by yourself. Okay, so first two, they start us off easy. We just have to find the length. So for number one, we go from A, which is at negative 2.5, to B, which is at 1. So, to the absolute value of 1 minus negative 2.5. Remember, minus a negative turns into a positive. So that's equal to the absolute value, 3.5, which is just 3.5. Again, I said it earlier in the lesson, I'll say it again. Distance has to be positive. If you give me a negative distance, it'll be wrong. It's got to be positive. Okay, number two, BC. So we're dealing with B again, and then we're going to C this time. So I'm going to do 3.5 minus 1 absolute value, which equals the absolute value of 2.5, which is just 2.5. So 2.5. Okay, number three. It says B is between A and C. Draw a picture. I've got A, I've got C. B is somewhere in the mid, somewhere in between. I don't know if it's in the middle or not. I just know it's somewhere in between. Now, next thing it tells me, A to C is 15.8. A to C, 15.8. A to B is 9.9. What is B to C? Well, let's write out a simple equation. Most of y'all probably already have it solved. You just, again, oh, we just subtract. Yeah, you do. But I'm going to make, just to get in the habit, we're going to make an equation. So 9.9 plus x, part plus part equals whole. Subtract 9.9. X equals, let's see, it's going to be a 9. 14 minus 9 is 5.9. So please, on this assignment, especially if you're doing it on paper, it's a good idea to write it in the blanks. That way I know what your answer is and you know what your answer is. So let's make sure we write our answer in the blanks. Can't remember, is it Taylor Swift or someone talking about blank space, baby, I'll write your name. Blank space, baby. You'll write your answer. There we go. Okay, number 4. They ask us to find MP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle or highlight whichever one MP is. That way I know what I'm ultimately finding. MP is this one. So that means I'm finding the whole. Well, what do we know? We know that part plus part equals the whole. So part equals whole. 17 plus 3y equals 5y plus 9. Okay, we've got to subtract our y, our 3y. Well, I say we don't have to. You can solve it a different way, as we've talked about before. You can move the 5y over. I'm just trying to keep my y positive. 5 minus 3, 2y plus 9. Subtract your 9. You're going to get 8 equals 2y. I am out of room, so I'm going to rewrite it up here. Divide by 2. I'm going to get 4 equals y. Now, does it just ask us to find y? No, we have to find MP. We know that MP is equal to 5y plus 9. So I'll just plug in 4 for y. 5 times 4 plus 9, which gives me 29. Okay, number 5. It says K is the midpoint of JL. So I'm going to just stop there and draw that piece. K is the midpoint of JL. So here's JL. K is exactly in the middle. So JK is the same as KL. Now let's see what it tells me. It says J, from J all the way to L is 4x minus 2. JK is 7. And then it asks us for a bunch of things. It asks for X, KL, and JL. Well, since K is in the middle, what do we know about K to L? It's got to be the same as J to K. So K to L has to be 7 also. That's part of our answer. KL equals 7. Okay, so now let's figure out what X is. We can do part plus part equals whole. So 7 plus 7 equals 4x minus 2. 7 plus 7 is 14. Well, if we stop here for a second, 4x minus 2 is equal to 14. That's the whole. 14 is our whole thing. So from J to L, it's 14. You can also see that because I go 7 and then I go 7 more. 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay, so now we just have X left. So add 2. We're going to get 16 equals 4x. divide by 4, and we get x equals 4. Okay, moving right along. Number 6, it says E bisects DF. So I'm going to stop there, draw DF. E is exactly in the middle. From D to E, it's 2y. Oh, wait, I didn't do the bisect part. Yep, they're equal. Gotta be equal. From E to F, it's 8y minus 3. Well, since E is exactly in the middle, we know that these two are equal to each other. So 2y equals 8y minus 3. I'm going to subtract 8y. It's going to give me negative 6y equals negative 3. Divide by negative 6. And we're going to see that y equals, that reduces, negative divided by negative is a positive. So I'm going to have positive 1/2. Okay. So now I can take that positive 1/2 and figure out what DE is. So DE equals 2 times 1/2, which is 1. That's a 1. If DE is 1, what's EF have to be? Well, it's also got to be 1, but let's say you didn't see that. We can plug in again. E is 8 times 1/2 minus 3, which again is 1. So now I know this is 1, this is 1. So what's the whole line? 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, we're almost done with guided practice. I told you it'd be a longer one, but that's okay. We're almost done. This one just has these problems just have a lot of work to show. So 7, it says Jamila has a piece of ribbon that is 48.5 centimeters long. So I'm going to try to draw that. A ribbon, and her whole ribbon, the whole thing is 48.5. Okay, let's see what it tells us next. For her scrapbook, she cuts it into 2 pieces. Okay, I'm gonna say I want to cut it right there. So that one piece is 4 times as long as the other. So if one piece is X, let's say X is the one piece. What's the other have to be? To be 4 times as long. 4x. So it asks us, what are the lengths of the pieces? Well, again, we have part plus part equals whole. X plus 4x equals 48.5. So total x's, I have 5x equals 48.5. Divide by 5. I get x equals 9.7. So one piece is going to be 9.7 centimeters. The other piece is 4 times as long. So I'm going to say 4 times 9.7. So I know that's 9.7. 4 times 9.7 is 38.8. So there's our other. 38.8. 38.8 centimeters. And those are our 2 pieces. Okay, so that's a wrap for the guided practice. Most of the one, or all of the ones on your assignment that's left are just like the ones that we did. So make sure you read all directions and get to it.